Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Rise of the Rivals charity tournament for the LA Wildfire Relief. I'm Joker. I'm here with Two Tryhard Ray, and we're getting ready for game number 3.
Yeah, very excited to be with this event. So I want to give a huge shout out to Oh God K and Oh God Events for putting on the Rise of the Rivals event that we are casting. It is amazing. Oh God Events is just so well known for hosting so many great charity events and just being a great, pillar in the community and just always willing to give back. So huge shout outs to them for hosting this tournament.
Yeah, it should be a really fun one, right? Obviously, we're going for the wildfire relief. Obviously, if you don't remember, 2025 started off with devastating wildfires in Los Angeles area, and this is being so the donations for this event are being split equally between the LA Wild Fire Department Foundation and California Fire Foundation, World Central Kitchen, Baby to Baby, and Core. And make sure to click the link to donate, right? We've got already 217 out of the $500 donation. That's the goal of the tournament. That's the goal for the tournament,
Almost
the
halfway there,
$500.
baby.
Yeah, almost halfway there. You could be the one to get us to that 250 mark if you donate now. Um, but yeah, this is going really well. I mean, obviously, we've only been here for a couple hours now, and we're almost halfway, and we still have tomorrow and next weekend as well. I'm really, really thinking we've got a good opportunity to get that goal.
I couldn't agree more. I think we're gonna be able to hit it. I think we'll get past it and probably do better than what the goal was, considering we have a whole nother weekend. So very hopeful in my eyes for being able to help out, everyone who was affected by those LA wildfires. And for this tournament, man, it's been going great, considering it's a charity tournament. You have people wanting to play, put themselves out there. We've had 2 games go to the best of 3, and we have a third game for you guys as we are going to have LeBron Luvrs going up against Armed and Armed and Healing. So both of them won their first game. So they're both sitting at 1-0. So battle of the undefeateds in this tournament so far.
It should be really fun to see here. Really fun to start us off. It looks like we're starting soon here. Looks like we're getting into the game as we speak. As we're starting out on Yggdrasil's path on a convoy map here, Ray.
Yeah, just to go over some of the rosters. You guys saw LeBron Lovers in the previous game. We got Sofa, Gizmo, Wolferax, Dingers, Rogue, and Mizuki, a very talented squad, as you saw previously on the last match. And then earlier during this cast, we had Armed and Healing. We got Missy, we got Jahesh, Sky, Naz, Noon, and Binks.
Yes, now we are loading in. Hell is already getting banned. Not surprising, if I had to say myself. And then the Bucky band too. I mean, goodness gracious, we're just not going to see anything fun today, it looks like.
Yeah, those are the two most powerful DPS we have, duelists we have in this game, and they are absolutely ridiculous. So it's no surprise we get the bans, as we're going to get the Luna Snow Protect coming in. No surprises here. It's a very popular support here. I mean, their ultimate is just very, very good. It's very hard to counter it. I mean, the really only thing I've ever seen that's great at countering is the Magneto Meteor.
Yeah, we'll see if that comes into effect. We'll see if that's going to be as interesting. Punisher is protected here. No group protect, something maybe we could have seen. Obviously, Groot's still very good at the moment, right? So interesting that we're not seeing that group protect, but maybe they don't want to play group. But it's an interesting ban. A Penny Parker ban comes in from one of these from the team here, and I wasn't expecting that. A Rocket ban too to end it off.
Yeah, I mean, Rocket, has his place, and the revival pillar is so good. For if you get a pick, it doesn't matter because the person comes back. So it's possible teams don't want to deal with that, as we're gonna see the picks coming in from the players at this moment, and we are seeing Luna Snow highlighted. on the side of armed and healing, which I mean it's not a big surprise. We talked about, you know, the viability of them. The main supports we tend to see are the Invisible Woman and the Luna Snow, and we're seeing that on both sides. But we do have currently highlighted triple support on the side of armed and healing, which kind of makes sense given, you know, they got healing in their name.
Yeah, and right now, obviously, I'm seeing but both teams are going to be going for that Luna Snow and the Namor just to get that chilling charisma ability, or team up ability for both of them. See how it works for them, right? Gives that a little bit ice damage for Namor. Well, let's see how it works for him as we're going to be loading in. And, well, getting ready to go. A Thor coming in from Lebron Luvrs here from Mizuki Kuro. Something I wasn't expecting to see. But, hey, I love some Thor. Love playing Thor, but not really good. But we'll see how it works for him in this fight. Already going to be pushing in to them is armed and healing, looking to get things started underway, but it's a Mizuki Kuro finding the first pick in the fight to start it off for Lebron Luvrs on the defense here, looking to keep things going their way, looking to keep it going, as looks like that's going to be the case, as they're going to be bottling up armed and healing.
That's exactly what Mizuki, we saw in the previous series. What they continue to do is get into that back line. I mean, whether it's the Thor or the Hulk, and getting on top of those supports. And they have 3 of them, so there's a lot of protection for each other, but a lot of targets also.
Yeah, as now we're going to see here if they can keep it going right. If they keep things holding at the moment, but still waiting it out. Still going to get some healing, obviously. Still a lot of time to go, and Miss Finesse get a fine Luvrs already, and there's going to be openings coming in from armed and healing. The Meteor M comes through down on Gizmo, and that should open things up fully here for armed and healing.
As we're going to see Dingers go back to the spawn room as the point has been cleared, but there's going to be an opportunity for the side of Lebron Luvrs to get one more defense on this first point, and they've been holding on to a decent amount of ultimates, so they'll have the whale coming in from Dingers, they'll have the Thor ultimate and this Punisher ult.
Yeah, coming in here already. There's the invisible boundary out. Everything coming in here with the Punisher ultimate on the line. That's just not going to be able to do anything quite just yet. Still waiting, still looking for an opening quite just yet. Is Luvrs coming through in the clutch with the first opening. The God of Thunder coming in, finishing it up, taking them down as Mizuki Kuro and co are holding strong.
Because like that's been the story for Lebron Luvrs, is coming through in the clutch, and they do it once again. Ad Diggers was able to hold on to the whale, so you're gonna have that for the next fight. Both whales will be online for both teams. However, I think the one key ultimate that's gonna be online for armed and healing is the Mantis ult, which is just gonna give them so much healing and support.
Yeah, we'll have to see, as I'm Rogue's very low right now, looking to get into this. There's the Horn of Proteus coming out. So much damage coming down, and Dingers is there with a follow-up on to Mrs. Finest. There's the invisible boundary out from Sofa on the point here, getting that extra healing, and Luvrs finding that extra pick. Now they go forward with that shotgun. There they come. Everything going the way for Lebron Luvrs right now.
And with, you know, by the time this next fight starts, we're going to have probably roughly 30 to 40 seconds left. So this is the last opportunity for armed and healing to try and get this across the finish line for this first point. They do have plenty of ults between the Punisher, the Mantis, and the Magneto.
See if this continues, though. They still need to wait it out. There's going to be the Mantis ult coming in here early on from them, and Jashish is going to use that ultimate coming in from the Punisher, taking down 2, and that might just open things up fully here for armed and healing. They desperately needed that, and it looks like it's going to work in their favor. And they're going to be able to open it up and push in to point number 2.
Getting that exiting pick on his Sofa as well to send them back to the spawn room. No touches, point cap for armed and healing. we will continue this attack as it was, two ultimates, having to be thrown into that fight, but you're going to take it in order to get that point cap, but Gizmo's already found one.
Final Judgment now out here, but Gizmo's already deleted thanks to Meteor M coming through. Now they're going to still try coming in as the fate of both worlds coming out from both of them, but no one's dying to that Meteor M that came in from I'm Rogue, but still things looking good for Armed and Healing. There's the invisible boundary out and ultimate coming in from the Moon Knight, but it's Dingers clicking in as Wolfrax comes in with 2 there. That should be the cleanup coming in from Lebron Luvrs.
A lot of ultimates thrown in by both teams, and Dingers with the Horn of Proteus ends up clutching once again. This man Dingers, ever since they got back online from that internet crash out, has been on fire. And now Mizuki, who's done a great job of attacking this backline on the Thor, is now gonna have the ultimate in order to apply even more pressure.
Yeah, God of Thunder available here from Mizuki Kuro, but it's going to be Dingers finding Noonlight out already, and that's huge. They're going to use the God of Thunder, but not going to find the pick that they were really looking for there early. Now coming in all now into this is that's going to be the Mantis ult out from Sky Pandas, but Jeshish already down. Trade on the Mizuki Kuro is huge though for Armed and Healing. They've got to be able to push forward, and they've got to find a pick, but they lost Dingers yet again, and that's just not what you wanted to see, as you're going to keep things going here. If you're LeBron Luvrs at the moment, still trying to wait it out here as Armed and Healing.
Yeah, Dingers also continues to show the flexibility. He was in them on the Moon Knight. Now we're seeing them on the Namor, and they're just looking so good as they're going to be forced to have to use their sphere and get out of there, but the best of both worlds is now online.
Fate of both worlds out from Wolfrax at the moment. That's going to heal everyone, keep everyone up and ready to go. Invisible boundary out as the hand of Khonshu comes out from Noonlight. Just doesn't find the picks that you're looking for thanks to invisible boundary right from Sofa, so you're still alive, well and healthy if you are, as the Meteor M comes through from I'm Rogue, takes down 2. But there's still an opportunity. They've got 2 picks back. Jeshish with a shot takes down Mizuki Kuro. They could still win this fight out if you are the side of Armed and Healing. You've got opening, you've got the Punisher, you've almost got Final Judgment online, but you need to get some healing. But then you go down. Sofa finds the pick. They keep them alive. They take them down. There's still an opportunity to hold it out here if you are LeBron Luvrs. They're going to come back here. Almost invisible boundary out already, waiting for this Eye of Agamotto to come in from Mizuki Kuro, but there's going to be the fate of both worlds coming out from BNX Senpai. They could be the way to stabilize and hold on to it. Not going to be able to do so. Wolfreact now going to use theirs coming in. Final Judgment out. There's Eye of Agamotto locking down 3. That could be all they need in the world. There's still so much healing, so much damage as Nazwas finds 2. Meteor M comes in clutch. Still, is it going to be enough to hold on to this? There's still enough of people on the point, but there's no ultimates to speak of. I'm Rogue almost up to their Meteor M to hold it down. Respawn's coming back. Meteor M available, coming down on high. Is it going to be enough? No one goes down, but the damage might have been done. But Jeshish is back on the Star-Lord. They found 2. Can they keep things going? 3. Oh my goodness, Jeshish might have done it. 4 coming in. They might be able to find an ace themselves. And Jeshish holds it down for Armed and Healing. The 6th ace, the ace coming through.
Absolutely insane coming from Jesh to come out, get the ace, and absolutely in the clutch when their team needed it, when it was looking rough. They needed a hero, and in came Jesh on the Star-Lord.
Yeah, that's why they call Star-Lord the Galactic Legend. Didn't even need the ultimate to become one, and holds it down. The 6th piece, the ace, comes in, and they are now into point number 3. My goodness, LeBron Luvrs wish to have that fight back because they're already getting pushed back here. Jesh now on this Star-Lord, gonna have the Galactic Legend available, and they're gonna use it here quite soon. Coming out, the picks are already in, 2 coming through, invisible boundary out from Sofa, but it's not going to be enough to stop the momentum of Armed and Healing right now as they keep pushing forward. There's just no answer for the Star-Lord of Jeshes right now as they're going to keep it going. The picks coming through, and that should just allow more and more time and space to come in. There's going to be the Horn of Proteus out, though, from Dingers. They might be able to get something done, but no one falls. They're still just waiting it out at the moment. Still waiting to come through. They've got to find an opening. The fate of both worlds out on from Wolfrax, and they find Noonlight out. Huge opening. Meteor M comes through, but Jeshes is still alive. They found Sofa already, but is it going to be enough? There they come, finding another pick. Gizmo is down. Fate of both worlds in from BNX Senpai, and the picks coming in from Sky Panda is going to help seal the deal here, Ray, as all things going to Arm and Healing, and the end is the picks all cleaned up, taking all 3 points in overtime.
I mean, they came through clutch every single time, and the one thing that's really been helping them, and it kind of goes back to them with Armed and Healing, it feels like every fight they've had that extra support ultimate to be able to keep their team alive and find picks. It also relies a lot on the side of Noonlight for Naz to be able to put in a lot of work solo tanking on the Magneto. They've been doing a great job to you know, basically allow yourself to play the triple supports, but it's been super helpful in those clutch fights to, you know, throw in the invisible barrier, and then you have the Fate of both worlds, and then you have the Mantis ult. And they've been doing a great job of chaining them together to keep their advantage that much better.
As now, well, let's see here. I've still got to catch my breath after that Jehish 6K. My goodness. Now we do see the group finally coming out here. Mizuki Koro going to be the one to bring that in here, right? So see how that works for them. Obviously, you need to capture all 3 points to send us to overtime. Or, well, you are going to lose map number 1, right? So, bringing in the group, really good hero, really good tank, right? It's going to really help them in the long run.
Yeah, the Groot, basically known as probably the best Vanguard we have currently in the game. We're going to have to see how this goes. Again, for the side of Armed and Healing, the main goal is not allowing those walls to stay up for time, you know, for long bits of time, you know, because they get so much damage off those walls.
Yeah, they're already going to be walled up and ready to go. Healing coming in. Nice bubble in from I'm Rogue. Still on that Magneto right now. We'll see if that can continue. Wall out, but not going to find the split here we're looking for, as they're still pushing forward here. Still waiting for an opening. A lot of people are low, though. The Healing needs to come in. This Guy Pandas finds a shot, takes down Dingers. Just brought out the Moon Knight this time. We'll see here. There's a nice wall going to come in. That's going to split them up, and Gizmo is going to be able to take down Nazwaz. Sleep does come through, but doesn't punish Mizuki Koro in the end. Now is the fate of both worlds coming in. That's the go sign to push if you're Lebron Luvrs, and that should just allow them to take this first point pretty handily.
And all of that for just one ultimate in the Fate of both worlds. You got to be feeling pretty good. And they did it much faster than the side of Armed and Healing. So it's just going to give them, you know, not the anxiety of, oh my gosh, we have to win this fight. We had to keep this pushing it, you know, not constantly being in an overtime push like Armed and Healing was.
Yeah, they're definitely doing really well right now, right? As they're already found an opening pick. Noonlight gone down the wayside. And you've got this invisible boundary if you want to use it from Sofa here proactively, but you lose Gizmo like that. So, you know, you might have to do the hold out as Horn of Proteus takes down Dingers as well. So you're going to have to look for the reset. If you are Lebron Luvrs, it would seem, with the picks keep coming through, you're going to use your ultimate if you're a Mizuki Koro, which is interesting. Now you're going to get a lot of ultimates out here from Armed and Healing, but it's going to help them stabilize and hold this cart at this corner.
I feel like because of how fast you capped that first point, though, if you're the side of, you know, Lebron lovers, you're totally okay with that. Like, you're like, we just got out 2 support ultimates there. So now we only have to deal with Sky Panda's Mantis ult, you know, support-wise, because that's been the one advantage that Armed and Healing has had.
Meteor M coming in, Galactic Legend out, but Gizmo's already dead as Jessus takes down 2 yet again in this fight. Who's brought in the Namor now, holding him out as an invisible boundary comes in from Sofa, so that could really help, especially with a nice wall coming in, almost taking down Nazwaz, but they're still holding strong. Gizmo's gonna fall there with a nice shot coming in from Miss Finesse. As they're still going to hold out here. As there's the Horn of Proteus out coming in from Jehish, but it's not going to be enough as the picks are now coming in from LeBron Lovers as they're going to go in with the fate of both worlds out from Wolfrex and going to be able to push in as far as they want as Mizuki Koro keeps on pushing.
More pressure being applied from the side of LeBron lovers as they're trying to push up to get these walls up and throw down a lot of damage and not allow a lot of these players easy access to the point. Just look at all this damage and they're finding picks, Joker.
Yeah, they've already found the picks. I don't think there's going to be a chance for a touch here from the side of Armed and Healing, right? They're just going to keep on going forward. There's just no stopping LeBron lovers right now, and obviously they needed some miracle happening on that offense from Armed and Healing to get things going, but they're just not able to lock things down on this defense right now.
4 minutes and counting for this defense. That's the big thing for Armed and Healing, being able to cap all 3 points. So even if all 3 points end up getting capped from the side of LeBron lovers, they get another opportunity to attack. But Jehesh now on the Punisher, finding a couple of picks, forcing LeBron lovers to reset to the spawn room as we still have 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, Jehesh gonna be over on to Punisher. Gonna have Final Judgment available now. That could really be well, as there's gonna be the hand of Conch. Gonna get a lot of damage in, but also is that turret mode coming in from Jehesh there. But now Galactic Legend out from Gizmo. Gonna be getting a lot of damage, but Invisible Boundary coming in from both Miss Finesse and Sofa is going to be enough. Strangling Prison, though, going to get locked down, but they're still going to go down. Hand of Khonshu is going to come in from Dingers there, and going to be a lot of damage. There's Final Judgment, but it's not going to find any picks necessary in that engagement. Still waiting it out, still holding it down. On this corner, though, is Armed and Healing, but now they've lost Jehesh. That should allow LeBron lovers to keep pushing forward now.
They've done a great job of wasting a lot of time on that first corner as now LeBron lovers get around, and they've lost Gizmo. Great opening pick from the side of Armed and Healing as they're getting their players back.
Yeah, Miss Finesse finding that pick already, which is huge, but you've got a lot of people still low. You're still waiting out. Dingers almost has the Hand of Khonshu available yet again, but Noonlight drops their own, takes down Mizuki Koro, and now you're going to lose everyone. Well, you needed 3 are down. Now you have to reset, and you might lose some more, and you do indeed, as Nazwaz finds 2 there late.
Noonlight coming through with the big Hand of Khonshu. And again, Armed and Healing has done a great job of every time LeBron lovers seem like they're getting a big push and, you know, going the distance, they get a pick and make it a, you know, 5v5 with their players coming back, or 4v5 with players coming back. They find great opening picks.
Yeah, there's going to be the Invisible Boundary out from Sofa yet again. And now the Meteor M comes in. Not going to find the damage you're hoping for. Is now Final Judgment out from Jehesh. That could be all you need, especially with that ultimate coming in from Sky Panda. But Dingers takes him down with the Hand of Khonshu, as that should allow more progress to come in from LeBron lovers. Everything coming in. Galactic Legend going to take down Nazwaz.
Yeah, Every ult except for the Groot ult was expended into that fight. While for the side of Armed and Healing, they'll be coming back with both their Invisible Barrier and the Fate of Both Worlds, as well as the Hand of Khonshu. They have a lot at their disposal.
Yeah, as there's going to be the Strangling Prison down, going to lock everyone there, but the touch does come through, right? You've got Invisible Boundary and Fate of Both Worlds on the point, and you've already lost Gizmo, right? Jahesh has come back. They've gotten on the Captain America here to try to buy some time. Hand of Khonshu out from Moonlight, but it just doesn't find the damage you're hoping for. As Dingers comes in with their own Hand of Khonshu, takes down 2. Dingers might have sealed the deal to send us to overtime rounds, and they do indeed, as Nazwa is the last person left on the point, but they're going to get frozen up, taken down, and all 3 points captured up by LeBron Luvrs.
Close match between both teams. 4 seconds separate their attacks. The one thing you can say, however, is specifically for point number 1, the side of LeBron Luvrs were a lot quicker and a lot more efficient on being able to cap it. Who they did it, in like a minute and a half. When the side of Armed and Healing, it took them to overtime. So, if that plays out the same way, you favor LeBron Luvrs, who will be able to gain more distance in less time on that first point.
Yeah, we'll have to see, right? I mean, Dingers is really looking good here, right? But so is Jahesh. But I don't know. They haven't caught that lightning in a bottle like they did on that Star-Lord with these other characters, right? So they need to step up here with this Punisher pick, right? And see if that can work. Obviously, Final Judgment, so much damage can be done from that ultimate. Just like the Star-Lord Galactic Legend, right? So we'll see if that's going to help them in this attacking phase. Because obviously you need to get as much progress as you can here.
2, 1. Only 60 seconds left. You need to stop that.
Alrighty, here we go. Attack phase 4, Armed and Healing. No surprise here, still sticking to that triple support. And they're going to keep Jahesh on that Punisher, who was very punishing and throwing down a lot of damage.
We'll see here if that's going to be the case. Continue here as they're looking to get some damage, getting some nice consistent shots in there from Jahesh already. Building up to ultimate ult, building up to Final Judgment could be huge. It will be huge, especially if you can find the value through it. But you've got to be able to find an opening here. Jahesh is going to have to back out for the moment. Sofa already up though with Invisible Boundary, and I'm Rogue gonna take that shot, take down Jahesh early on, and the picks keep coming through. The techs are there for LeBron Luvrs. Dinger's gonna find 2 there late as well, and that should could seal the deal indeed, as the Invisible Boundary is going to come through. Jahesh tried to get that last second touch. Now with the Fate of Both Worlds out here, he's going to be able to push into the spawn room and stop any touch coming through. And that is 39 meters on the board here. And well, that's not a lot of time, not a lot of space.
I mean, again, it's not like there's this huge time bank for the side of LeBron Luvrs. I mean, they have basically the same time, just 4 extra seconds. So it's not like that buys them an extra fight or anything. So I think, the meterage is fine. But as we mentioned, LeBron Luvrs was a lot quicker on finding picks and getting distance. So you think, they were a lot better with limited amount of time. So given that, I favor them trying to get more than the distance gathered by Armed and Healing, but you never know.
You never know, indeed. You never know, indeed.
Well, because the issue, Joker, is like, you're playing 3 supports, and that's great for, keeping your team up, and, the ultimates is where it really comes in. But I think having that extra tank and that extra damage to find quick picks is going to lend itself better into these situations where I have a minute and I got to get 30-something meters.
No, I agree with you, right? I mean,
you're not going to get any ultimates in this minute and 4, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you, right? I mean, normally when we see this trio support line, it's usually taking out a DPS instead of a tank role. So we are kind of missing that frontline presence if you are armed and healing. See if that, and I think that is going to bite them in the end here, Ray, as we're already going to see if they can hold on to this, right? But it doesn't look like it. I mean, Naswas is already getting so much damage taken against them. Stunned up, slept up. Jahesh is going to find Gizmo here, who's, they've taken up the Moon Knight here from Noonlight. Interesting enough, the Dinger's still going to be the one to come out on top, of the picks keep coming through from Lebron Luvrs. It might just be over here, Ray, as all the picks coming through. Dingers with another couple kills in the fight. Has the hand of Khonshu available, but is not. Well, I don't think they're going to need it. They're going to use it, but wasn't necessary in the end, as that's going to be map number 1 going to Lebron Luvrs.
Another close map and close series on our hands. Both of the first 2 series have gone to 3 maps. Are we going to see another series go 3, or will LeBron Luvrs break the curse and make this a nice clean 2-0 sweep? But with how close that map was, I would not be shocked if we end up going to 3 maps.
Crazy. Both Dingers and Jahesh, 51 eliminations. Crazy stuff.
Now that we've gotten that over with, we, do another microscopic look back at our series. We have Armed and Healing going up against LeBron Luvrs. As we have seen, both teams have had their own flavors of how they like to play the game. We got the triple strategist coming out for Armed and Healing, which makes sense with their name, and it was looking really good for long sustained fights where you're going to have that extra third support ultimate to give your team the sustain in the fights. But as we saw when it came into those very short span, like I need to, in the overtime fights, in the continuation after you both had your attacks where you don't have as much time, having that extra duelist or vanguard came through better for LeBron Luvrs, as they were able to capitalize and get the distance in a much faster time.
Yeah, they were indeed. Now, Ray, as we head into Spider Islands, the next convoy map of our game. See what their bans are going to be. Are we going to see difference? Are we going to see the same ones? We'll have to find out. I really want to see Winter Soldier or Hela be played by one of the by Jahesh and Dingers here, but Winter Soldier is going to get banned up, so the dream is not going to come in for the moment.
No Groot either for the side of LeBron Luvrs, who were playing very well on it, as we see once again that Luna Snow Protect coming in, as we saw from the previous series, as the side of LeBron Luvrs tend to love that support. Punisher is now getting the Protect, as we saw Jahesh absolutely wrecking shop on that hero.
Yeah, interesting. We don't see a Hela ban or Hela Protect after it did get banned that last map. We'll see if that continues. We'll see if we get that ban coming in. And there's the ban going to come through, and then perhaps we see a rocket ban come in from LeBron Luvrs, and we do, just because of that Protect coming in from of the Punisher.
Well, you have to think, if you're going to play the triple strategist that we've seen from the side of Armed and Healing, Rocket's actually one of the best to play in that triple setup, because you have the ability to get those reses on, and that extra utility is big when you're playing triples. You don't want just 3 strategists who are just going to pump a bunch of heals. You want that Mantis who can throw down a bunch of damage, or your Invisible Woman who's got, a great ult, but also has a lot of utility in her kit. So, yeah.
Interestingly enough, right, we're now seeing the change come back in from swapping of roles, right? I'm Rogue's gonna go over to the duelist role here, in we're gonna see Gizmo go over to the Penny Parker. We did see Penny banned that last map, right? So well, we'll see how how that differs, how things change, because Penny's now available for Gizmo in this map.
As we see once again, this time we do see from the side of Armed and Healing, they're going to have the Cloak and Dagger instead of the Luna Snow, which isn't interesting. I think, you know, the Cloak and Dagger is going to have a lot of healing, but I think the ultimate for the Luna Snow is going to be much better. So we're going to have to see how this goes.
Naswa's already found an opening here for Armed and Healing. That's huge again. We'll see here as BNX Senpai has brought out Cloak and Dagger like you were talking about. Something interesting to keep an eye out going forward. But I'm Rogue's going to turn it back. Jahesh is gone out the fight. So it's still anyone's point at the moment. Still anyone's cart. It's a nice spider web just locks down Naswa's for the moment. But you're going to have to play a little bit safe. Hold it out for the moment. Is still waiting for some full commitment from either of these two sides. That is going to be Noonlight investing their Squirrel Rush there early on, but Dingers is going to find a couple of picks here. There's going to be the invisible boundary, though. Dingers on high, keeps on finding the picks here, though, for LeBron Luvrs. This should just be the hold their way.
Again, impressive work coming out from Lebron Luvrs, especially I like the Penny on this defense. They did use the Penny ultimate there because on a map like Spider Islands like this, it's a lot close quarters, a lot tighter alleyways. So this defensive setup with the spider webs can go very big and throw down a lot of damage with the mines.
And a Khonshu available here from Dingers if they want to invest early on. But we'll see here. Nice spider web coming in quite yet again. Still going to wait it. There's the Meteor M out from Mizuki Koro. Fate of Both Worlds now out as well as Missy is going to get taken down early on, as that should be at least a good start for LeBron Luvrs in this engagement. Now I'm Rogue going to come in there with the dance of the butterfly and take down Jahesh. Still, they do lose Wolfrax in that engagement, so that's going to be huge for this recontest coming in from Armed and Healing. If they don't lose people late, and they do, Naswaz goes down. They might lose more as they're gonna recoup.
No. You know, side note, Joker, just thinking about Dance of the Butterfly, it sounds so majestic and beautiful, and it's Psylocke going in the backline, just slashing and killing everyone. It's so antithetical, and I love it. As now we're going to have another Penny ultimate online, as we're going to see it setting up the web even further.
Yeah, Spider Sweeper coming in, and they're just going to go everywhere they want. Hannah Khonshu out, Sky Panda's dead in, but hey, Naswaz is there, and now Meteor M coming through from him isn't going to find the damage that you were hoping, though, thanks to Invisible Boundary out from Sofa. Now everyone's going to be up and ready to go if you're LeBron Luvrs, but you are getting pushed away, pushed back into the stairwell, and you might lose Mizuki Koro here. They are going to get pushed back, keep on going, still trying to hold on, as now they've got the Soul Resurgence out as Jahesh using that final judgment, finding two in that fight. That's going to be huge for Armed and Healing.
And we see Gizmo getting out on the Penny, but with that late stagger onto Dingers, I'm not sure if there's going to be able to have any kind of contest. It looks like they're just going to give it up. First point cap going to come in for Armed and Healing. And again, essentially, you know, there was 10 seconds left, but they basically got that in overtime. So giving me similar vibes to our previous map, as now we're going to see how do we respond with Cloak and Dagger ult and Invisible Boundary online.
Yeah, Eternal Bond available, but it's going to be the Horn of Proteus, and is going to knock down Mizuki Koro, but they're going to still stay alive. Meteor M now coming in onto the point, onto the cart, and Jahesh is taken down. Now the sign to go. Invisible Boundary out from Sofa should lock it down, but Eternal Bond now out and about, and Naswaz going to find two with their own Meteor M on the point, so it's still going to be enough for Armed and Healing to make some progress.
Yeah, that's huge. You know, given the fact that they ended up finishing that in essentially overtime, they need to get quick team fights over with to get more distance on this cart before overtime hits once again. But again, that was a very costly and expensive fight for them. That was 3 ultimates used. So now for the side of LeBron lovers, they can come back with their 4 ults.
Missy does have invisible boundary though, right? So that's good, but Fate of Both Worlds going to come in early on. The hand of Khonshu is going to already find Jahesh. You're going to now invest a lot invisible boundary out from Missy in that, and then the Soul Resurgence comes through as well. And BNX Senpai has found him Rogue out, so they didn't get any value with the Dance of the Butterfly here in that as well. And you're still going to keep finding picks. Missy and Nazwaz continuing to open things up, and there comes Jahesh as well. Not to be outdone, but Nazwaz already finding more and more picks. They are just the undeniable, the Omega Mutant himself, not Magneto.
Second point cap, and that was great time made up for the side of Armed and Healing. Gives them a decent chance of trying to complete this third point. 2 minutes. Puts it out in the open, especially getting an opening pick onto Mizuki, sending that doctor who's now on the Doctor Strange back to the spawn room as the final judgment comes online.
Yeah, final judgment out, but it doesn't look like it's going to find the picks that they were hoping for.
They got the Doctor Strange, it's all they needed.
That's fair. You're right. You're right. Meteor M, though, back available from Nazwaz here, but they are going to get stunned up, but you're not going to need Meteor M, right? But maybe you do. Dingers with the hand of Khonshu finds 3, and now that's going to be a huge engagement tool to come back into this. Hold it out on this third point as all the picks coming through from LeBron lovers.
Dingers coming through in the clutch once again. Hand of Khonshu's, Dance of Butterfly, and Invisible Boundary. Actually, I mean, we're going to come up on every ult outside of the Hand of Khonshu's as we're looking at the same thing for the side of Armed and Healing. They just don't have the final judgment. So lots of ults from both teams. This is going to be what you would call an ult fiesta.
Indeed, it is a Spider Sweeper coming in. With 3 with the Horn of Proteus, and that's going to wrap everything up. The follow-up there coming in from the remaining members of Armed and Healing.
And with the amount of time left on the clock, we are rounding the final corner for what will likely be the final fight as the Fate of Both Worlds comes online for Wolf.
Fate of Both Worlds, but Wolfrex is going to get deleted by Meteor M. Nazwaz continuing to dominate on this Magneto here for Armed and Healing. Who needs a second tank when you're doing it all yourself? Going to get pushed forward. Dingers is going to find a hand Khonshu pick onto being Senpai there, as that should at least open things up a little bit. It was you have Eye of Agamotto available, gonna sleep, stun everyone up, and that's all you're going to need in the end to hold it here for the LeBron lovers.
Needed some help.
As now for LeBron lovers,
2-2.
the win condition for this series has been set. You got to get to the third point and get that 103.83 meters, and you come out of this series with a big 2-0 dub. For the side of Armed and Healing, you just got to stop them from doing that, and you force a map number 3, and we see how things will go on map 3. But very impressive work after the first point took them to overtime. They really came through on that second point and capped it very quickly. And then that third point, it was just players on both sides making huge plays between Noonlight, between Dingers. But in the end, that Eye of Agamotto from Mizuki sealed the deal.
Indeed, it did. Now we get to see Fanta Venom out from Mizuki Goro here. We'll see how it works for him, right? Like a little Venom, right? In your life, in your time. But we'll see how it works for him in the end. That's going to be the difference maker in this round of Spider Islands.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3,
On this defense for the side of armed and healing, they're abandoning the triple strategist as they're going to only have a cloak and dagger and the invisible woman. They're going to opt to have that second tank with Jahesh going over to the thing, and they're going to have Sky Pandas play the squirrel girl.
Interesting look here as Dingers has already found Noonlight in this fight. You're already backed up so much. If you're armed and healing, you're not going to get, you're probably going to get a second fight just because you can switch over to that Doctor Strange if you need to. But you're giving so much space to LeBron lovers right now that you can't really afford to lose these fights. You're already up past the stairwell, right? And you haven't really lost anyone. Is there going to be a nice slam in from Mizuki Koro? Going to wrap people up, try to take them down, but still nothing's really doing. No one's finding this opening quite just yet, but we'll see if it can continue, right? See if they can find an opening. Mizuki Koro is going to get taken down, and now you've got the Eternal Bond on the field if you're Senpai, right? And that's going to help hold if you are armed and healing. Nope.
And we see the dance of the butterfly coming in. It's going to slash and dash and not find the kills it needs because of that invisible boundary. But still, the distance is mounting as we see a pick come in onto Sofa.
Good thing is, right, since you win that fight, now, everything that I was saying is now going to be working in your favor because you did get a lot of momentum. But the hand of Kanchu comes in from Sky Pandas, from Dingers the Sky Pandas, and now you may be able to hold it as clobbering time comes out. Jahesh does take down Dingers, but so it's still an opportunity for armed and healing to hold it out. Mizuki Koro comes in with their Venom ultimate in that fight, trying to keep it going their way, but there's just nothing online any longer, and you still have to take down Jahesh on point. Is it going to be possible? I don't know. They just can't seem to get things going their way. Healing comes through, now coming in. Still waiting. Need to open it out. That is going to be unbeatable Squirrel Tsunami out, and it is indeed unbeatable. 2 kills coming in, and my goodness, armed and healing bring that 2-2-2 out, and they're looking a lot better now.
Yeah, because they have that extra tank online, Jahesh, providing that extra stability for the front line as we see the find on to the Psylocke back to the spawn room. 1 minute left for the side of LeBron Lovers to try and cap this first point, as they will have the Dance of the Butterfly and the Invisible Boundary, but ults on the side of Armed and Healing have been mounting.
Yeah, right. Armed and Healing looking really good at the moment on this defense, but I'm Rogue opens it up with an immediate pick on to Sky Panda, so that could turn it back almost immediately. Dance of Butterfly gonna come out, and there's a lot of people low, and they find Noonlight before they can use that Horn of Proteus. Invisible Boundary did come through from Missy to try to stabilize, and it does indeed for the moment, right? But is it going to be enough? Is it going to solve them in the end as they do come through with a couple of picks? The hand of Kanchu comes out yet again, and they find 2. Spider Sweep are gonna lock things down, it seems, as they're gonna keep it going their way. On the point, Wolfrax is gonna find that late one, and 2 minutes and 32 seconds now come through for LeBron Lovers.
Yeah, so they're able to get that in basically the same amount of time as Armed and Healing. The one thing I'm impressed with is them being able to cap that point with playing an offensive Penny. Despite this being a good map for Penny, it's still not the most ideal pick on the offense specifically, as they find an exiting pick onto the Cloak and Dagger, which is only going to buy more space and more distance for the side of LeBron Lovers to continue to push forward.
Things does just go off the side of the map. Now Dinger's gonna find another kill. Eye of Agamotto gonna lock down Nazwaz, and there's just a cleanup coming through from LeBron Lovers, and now they have, looks like they've hit their stride for the moment, but still that's gonna be 1 or 2 more fights that they still have to win now.
It's probably going to be 1 based on where this card's going to be when this fight takes place. 4 ultimates on the side of Armed and Healing, but Dingers, who's been so good with these Hand of Khonshu's, has it online again.
Yeah, Khonshu, Hand of Khonshu available. Is it going to be invested soon? But there's going to be the Horn of Proteus out from Noonlight. Is going to knock some people down, but no one goes down. There's the ultimate Squirrel Tsunami out from Sky Panda. Hand of Khonshu now coming in, and it's going to lock them down. 2 go down. There's the picks coming through for the rest of LeBron Lovers, as that should be the second point captured up by them.
And just as we mentioned, just like Armed and Healing did, the side of LeBron Lovers made up a lot of time. No touch coming in from the Namor, and the picks come in onto Noonlight as the side of Armed and Healing are scrambling to get back and not allow more exiting picks, because you can't allow more staggers. This is the final point. 2 minutes to get this meterage for the side of LeBron Lovers to win this series.
The thing is, right, you've got ultimates to stop them out. You've got a Storm. You can get Omega Hurricane available, and you find the picks already. Jahesh is going to go over onto the Star-Lord again, and they've got Galactic Legend available. As there's going to be the, they get taken down early on. Visible Boundary works in, and there's going to be coming in the unbeatable Squirrel Tsunami yet again, but they still go down. Trades are still there, though, so it's still anyone's point, anyone's time at the moment, but you kind of see if you have to retreat if you are LeBron Lovers. Is everything coming through? Eternal Bond, Galactic Legend, all the picks coming in now, and you've got to expect a reset.
A reset expected indeed. Mizuki going down. 1 minute on the clock, and it's probably going to take 2 fights for the side of LeBron Lovers to get this done. Still the Invisible Boundary and the Meteor available for the side of Armed and Healing.
But you lose dingers like that who had Hand of Khonshu available is crazy. What an opening pick. Now I'm Rogue down 2 who had their Dance of Butterfly. So if they can hold this out, they still have the ultimates to stabilize, and you're losing more and more. Invisible Boundary going to be invested by Missy, so that could be an interesting change, especially if you can stabilize Dance of Butterfly out from I'm Rogue, but you're so low. Binks is down, though. Still, is it going to be enough? There's just too many picks coming through, but Sky Panda's gone, and that Fate of Both Worlds might be enough. Meteor M out from Nazwa is trying to drop, and you do. Wolfrax is going to get caught out. Jahesh finding another kill, and this might be headed to a map number 3 unless the Hand of Khonshu to do everything they need. Dingers finds 2, and then there's the Invisible Boundary. You can hold on, you can stabilize. Nazwa's is down. They might be able to keep it going here, Ray.
It's going to come down to this final fight, unfortunately, for the side of LeBron Lovers. All they're going to have is the Penny ult, as we do see the Squirrel Tsunami coming in. It finds 1.
And there's the Omega Hurricane 2, Galactic Legend on top of it, and it looks like it is done and dusted. Wait,
what?
Did they capture it?
They did! No one touched!
No way! Wow. The C9 came in to win it for LeBron Lovers! No! No, Ray! That's just not how it was supposed to end!
They had that done and dusted, signed, sealed, delivered. That fight should have been all but theirs and the map, sending us to a map number 3. But unfortunately, they got too caught up in the moment. Too many people spread out with their ultimates and didn't touch the point as LeBron Lovers win the series 2-0.